Leo the cat stretched out in the warm sunshine. The garden was peaceful. Birds chirped softly in the trees. A gentle breeze tickled his whiskers. It was a perfect day for a nap. Leo closed his eyes, feeling content. He dreamt of chasing butterflies and napping in sunbeams. Suddenly, a loud bang startled Leo. He jumped to his paws, his heart racing. What was that noise? Leo crept towards the fence, his whiskers twitching with anticipation. He had heard a loud bang that startled him from his afternoon nap. The sun was setting, casting long shadows across the garden, making everything look a bit more mysterious. His ears pricked with curiosity. What could have caused such a noise? Leo's mind raced with possibilities. Was it a firecracker? Or perhaps something even more exciting? He had to find out. The noise came from next door. The house next door had always been a place of intrigue for Leo. It was often quiet, but today it seemed alive with activity. He peeked through a gap in the hedge. His eyes widened as he took in the scene. There was so much to see, and he didn't want to miss a single detail. The garden was a riot of colour. Bright flowers bloomed everywhere, and the grass was a lush green. It looked like a scene from a storybook. Balloons bobbed in the breeze. They were tied to chairs and tables, adding to the festive atmosphere. Leo could see them swaying gently, reflecting the sunlight. Streamers fluttered from the trees. Children laughed and played, their voices filling the air with joy. It was a party, and everyone seemed to be having a wonderful time. In the center of it all was a table piled high with treats. There were cookies, cupcakes, and all sorts of delicious snacks. Leo's mouth watered at the sight. There was a big cake with candles. It was the most magnificent cake Leo had ever seen, with layers of frosting and colorful decorations. Leo's tummy rumbled. He imagined how wonderful it would taste. He'd never seen anything like it. The excitement and joy of the party were contagious. Leo felt a thrill of adventure. What other surprises awaited him in this magical garden? A little girl no bigger than Leo was opening presents. She clapped her hands in delight. Everyone was singing "Happy Birthday." Leo watched, mesmerized. He nudged the garden gate with his head. It swung open with a creak. He tiptoed inside, keeping low to the ground. No one seemed to notice him. He sniffed at a balloon. It smelled funny. He batted at a streamer with his paw. It danced and shimmered. Leo watched as the little girl blew out the candles on her cake. Everyone cheered. Leo wished he could blow out candles too. Then it dawned on him. It was the little girl's birthday. That's why everyone was having so much fun. Leo wanted a birthday too. He hurried back home, his mind racing with excitement. He would have a party, he would have presents, and most importantly, he would have cake. Leo raced around the house looking for party supplies. His little paws pitter-pattered on the wooden floor as he zoomed from room to room. The excitement in his eyes was unmistakable. He was on a mission to make this the best party ever. He checked under the couch, behind the curtains, and even inside the laundry basket. Nothing could escape his keen senses. He found some colorful string in a drawer. Perfect for decorations, he thought. Leo imagined the string hanging from the ceiling, adding a splash of color to the room. He carefully pulled it out, making sure not to tangle it. The string was long and vibrant, just what he needed to start setting the festive mood. He batted at a ball of yarn, unraveling it as he went. He needed balloons. The yarn was fun, but it wasn't enough. Leo's mind raced with ideas of how to make the party even more spectacular. He imagined balloons floating around, adding a whimsical touch to the celebration. The thought made him purr with excitement. He spotted some in a vase. They were bright and shiny, just waiting to be part of the fun. Leo's eyes widened as he imagined them bobbing around the room. He knew he had to get them down somehow. He jumped, but they were too high. His little legs just couldn't reach. He tried again, putting all his strength into it, but it was no use. The balloons seemed to mock him from their lofty perch. He stretched his paws, but he couldn't reach. Leo's determination didn't waver. He stretched as far as he could, his tiny claws just inches away from the balloons. He knew he had to come up with a new plan. Leo thought for a moment. His mind raced with possibilities. He needed to be clever. He looked around the room, searching for anything that could help him reach those elusive balloons. His eyes landed on a chair. Then he had an idea. A light bulb seemed to go off in his head. He knew exactly what to do. His whiskers twitched with excitement as he prepared to put his plan into action. He climbed onto a chair, then onto the table. From this new vantage point, the balloons were within reach. Leo felt a surge of triumph as he carefully balanced himself. He was almost there. He batted the balloons with his paw until they fell to the floor. Success! The balloons floated down, ready to be part of the party. Leo's heart swelled with pride. He had done it. Now the real fun could begin. Finally, everything was ready. Leo, the adorable cartoon cat, had been planning this day for weeks. He wanted everything to be just perfect for his special day. He had spent hours thinking about the decorations, the cake, and the activities. Today was his birthday, and he was determined to make it the best one yet. Leo had decorated the living room with his colorful string and balloons. He carefully chose each balloon, making sure they were all his favorite colors. The strings were hung with precision, creating a festive atmosphere that filled the room with joy. Leo's paws worked tirelessly, but he didn't mind. The excitement of the upcoming celebration kept him going. He even found a sparkly ball to be his cake. It wasn't a traditional cake, but to Leo it was perfect. The sparkles reminded him of the stars he loved to watch at night. He placed it in the center of the room, imagining the delight on his family's faces when they saw it. He waited patiently for his family to come home. Every minute felt like an hour as he sat by the door, his tail flicking with anticipation. He imagined the surprise and happiness on their faces when they walked in. Leo's heart was full of excitement and love. When they did, they were greeted by the sight of Leo sitting proudly amidst his party decorations. The room was a burst of colors and sparkles, a true testament to Leo's hard work and creativity. He had managed to transform the living room into a magical party space. His family laughed when they saw what he had done. Their laughter was filled with joy and admiration for Leo's efforts. They couldn't believe how much thought and care he had put into making his birthday special. It was a moment of pure happiness. They gathered around him, showering him with love and affection. Leo purred contentedly, feeling the warmth of their love. He knew that all his hard work had paid off. This was the best birthday he could have ever imagined. It was the Purr-fect birthday celebration. The family spent the rest of the day playing games, sharing stories, and enjoying each other's company. Leo's heart was full, and he knew that this was a day he would remember forever.